Hey guys, Rajiv here from Financial Hub India. Today's date is 15th of May 2018, and I'm doing Nifty here. So in the Nifty, for last couple of days, we have been tracking this layer of resistances here in this overall uptrend. And there was a trading opportunity to trade the breakout here. All right, a short move using, I think, around a 1 minute or 3 minute chart we used to trade the breakout over here for a short move. And then the stop loss was being trailed, and somewhere here we exited that trade with a breakdown yesterday. And since there was a breakout move above the key layer of resistance, the same resistance becomes what? Flip support, isn't it? So through trade in line with the overall trend here, you're supposed to look for your buy signal, whatever buy strategies you guys have. Those strategies should become in play on this support level, which is again in line with this uptrend channel here. Anyways, so the buy entry should be somewhere here, and then the target should not be here as such, because we are just trending upward, and this is just a higher high. So the target should be derived from, you know, this one, from these areas here. You see some kind of boxes here. You know, the price was consolidating before this breakdown was happening somewhere here. Even though I don't feel like after this strong momentum up, the price will be stopping somewhere here, and I won't be giving much importance to these layers. But it's still some kind of price action we'll have to watch out, since the levels are already existing over there. But I'll be giving high priority to my recent price actions momentum rather than going for these layers here. So for me, the targets will be, I think, at least the top around here, or at least somewhere here around, and we'll be catching up the price actions over there. But till that time, we'll be trading our stop loss, and that again depends on how you're trading your stop loss based on the risk parameter you have. Okay, we'll come to this side here. So let me now get into the trade inside inside the trade momentums here. So if we see the, this one. Okay, so this was on May 11. This is the chart where the, this resistances were there, and we have been focusing on the trade breakouts here. The price was moving the trade channel. So this is the chart coming from there. And then, okay, this one is the another one. So this is when the breakout already triggered here, and we have been just flying up. At the top, using the 3-minute time frames, if you can capture this kind of some consolidation momentums and all. So after a ride like this, breakout momentum, and then the price just flying up, and then if you see this kind of consolidation is moving on, so that's either that will be either on accumulation, or it will be a distribution, right? So these consolidation phases after a long uptrend rally or a downtrend rally really give you a good chance to trade the breakouts of the overall consolidation range. So the same thing was happening here, and eventually the if you just go back to 3-minute time frame chart, and you will be seeing some kind of triangle kind of formations being happening over there, which is the buildup of the lower lows as such happening over there. So we'll just go back into the chart, and I will see it over there. So this was updated in the free channel, and I was really expecting that the price will give us a breakout to move the continuation, move the uptrend towards more higher levels. But that didn't happen, and we got a breakdown below this, and our sell could be initiated below this. But again, we are moving in a strong uptrend, so not a wise decision to go ahead with the sell trade. But the sell setup was triggered in here, below this overall consolidation range. So this one, okay, this is a post of today. So we bought Nifty in 3 different ways. So these are much lower time frames, I guess around 1 or 5-minute time frames, where we got another consolidations happening over here. And we have been trying to capture the breakout move of this range again, and this is in, I think, around 60 minutes or something like that. 60-minute or 30-minute time frames. So we triggered another buy opportunity on the support layer, which have been already discussed. And then if for the EOD traders, so the EOD traders at the end of the day traders, end of the day traders means you just see the market once in a day, and based on the layers you trade, you know. So there is something, some price action momentums and all those things over there to check it out. But for the EOD traders, you don't need to be seated on the live market and track it, right? But for these two, you need to be there in the live market. All right, so in these scenarios, we have traded it with the lower time frame charts, and you can say this is being traded with the higher time frame charts. All right. So let me just go back to the charts and show you the same thing over there. Okay, in case you're not in the channel, please be in the channel. The channel link is already given in the description, right? So you'll be receiving the updates. All right. So now let me go back to the 3-minute time frame chart here. Okay, so this is the same channel we've been talking about. This is the key level. We had the breakout move here, and then we have this channel build up at the top, and a breakdown and the sell off started. So our entry was somewhere here, and then our stop loss was trailed actually with a breakdown move. If it's breaking down, then we'll be exiting our long trade. That was the idea, and we have exited there. And in the meantime, did we trigger any kind of sell-off trade here? We didn't actually. We didn't go ahead with any kind of sell-off trade because we were particularly bullish in this, but the setup was already been triggered, and a sell-off setup could be initiated. And this is already explained in here, I think. Where is it? This one. I have already cleared this part that all the sell-off opportunities will be used for buying basically, and not for the selling part. All right, but even though we could have gone for a counter trend trade because we already identified this triangle breakdown, so yeah, we could have gone for it for that with the target of this flip support, the ultimate target based on that. Okay, and then I just like to share a few things with you guys. When the price was coming down, this price sell-off, which of the areas you see the first reversal signal coming in? This was the entire move for the price to come down, isn't it? Right, this was the entire corrective swing. So which of the areas you see like, the price is showing us the first attempt of reversal? Which are the areas? Tell me. If you can think for some time, for a few seconds, and then I'll be telling the same thing. All right, so when the price was coming back down, all right, you see the layer of support, the next layer of support, a minor support you see in here, because this is the next major pullback, isn't it? The price goes up, down, and push back and goes up. Right, and that's the same level, exact level where you see the price was responding here. We had this pushback. And interestingly, if you draw some lines, I mean, you'll be amazed how the price action momentums. Look at this. This was the minor swing, we say. All right, and this is a major swing, we say. And the price responded exactly over there. All right, and then this is a resistance, a breakout happens. Price takes support over there, and where it stopped here. All right, so if you see the entire price action momentum, the entire ride, I can clarify the price action momentums here. Triangle breakdown, all right, price going down, holding the support layer a bit, but not really responding back, and a breakout move again, and a push back up, and responded on the layer, and coming back, and a breakdown again. You see the breakdown here, a breakdown again of this key layer. Price goes back up, and you see here, responded back towards downside. Yeah. So for a second coming back down, and you can see how the price responded on the key layer of support we have been tracking, and then a push up. But the thing I wanted to clear, I wanted you to know is that which was the first sign of the reversal, because when the price was falling, we have been trying to capture some kind of buying momentum at some point, if possible, and we are not much interested for a selling for a sell trade, even though intraday quick short trades could be initiated, but we are not much interested in that. We were more interested to play in the overall time frame, in the overall long run here. So the first sign of reversal you see in here, basically. No, price was falling here. Yeah, price goes back up. See how the price was falling. When the price has broken down below this one, price came back up and responded back there. And then the sell-off continues, price break the last lower high and continues the sell-off momentum and stops right over there. So the price action momentum you see are reacting or behaving the same way how it's reacting previously here. All right. So making lower highs, lower highs. But what happens here? Price comes back down and it doesn't break the previous low. No, it turns around before it breaks the previous low and gives you a pushback up, making the higher high for the first time. All right, and that also is happening near the key layer of support, which we have been tracking to find something to buy. All right, so that was the first sign of reversal for us. And I admit I had a trade over here, and I failed the trade basically. This is not the exact thing you're supposed to see. I mean, you need to spice it up with some other things as well. You need to focus on some key levels and stuff, and some other price action context as well, to get into this kind of thing. But this is the first thing I'm saying. I mean, if I have 5 things to see to go for a reversal, this is the first thing. This is the first. This is one of the first thing I should say, because it can be in different ways. But this is one of the first thing which triggers me, which just wake me up. Hey, just have a look that, okay, we are maybe reversing. Just start looking the next few things in that case. All right. So, just a minute. Okay, so this thing didn't work out for me, right? And I have hit a very minor stop loss of around 5 to 6 points here. And then the price continues its march towards downside. It breaks the previous low as well. Yeah. And here it gives me the second, as I said, this is one of the first hint you get as a sign of the trend reversal. The same way, this is the second thing you get as a sign of a trend reversal, isn't it? You see, the first time the price gives you the bounce back here. All right. And in terms of bounce back, you see the bounce back in here. You see the bounce back in here. You see the bounce back in here, isn't it? Yeah. Before the price gives you a shoot up, you see, I mean, you will be seeing some kind of shadows, some long shadows towards towards the bottom kind of scenarios. Even though it's not a strong sign for you to now, okay, let's go for it. Not really. This is not a much strong shadow, basically, what I really need to consider. But anyways, I mean, since this was a support level, I was worried and I was planning to get into some trade. And on that support level, when I see, okay, the buyers are showing their momentum here, not bad, right? But what gives you the boost? Let's go down to 1 minute time frame. All right. The booster was in here. This was the first move up, and it was looking like, okay, this is just a pullback move. But what happens next? It comes back down. It stops on the same exact level instead of breaking through it. Like what happened? The breakdown happens here. The breakdown happens here. The breakdown happens here. Break it down, and a sell-off momentum. It stops over there. So exactly almost the same scenario in the previous reversal sign I talked about there. It was like, okay, this one, but it stops near the level and goes back up. But here it tested the same level. It rejects to fall below the last lower high, isn't it? And all these are happening on this layer. That's why it matters the most for me. All right. So this thing happens, all right, and that's where really you see this one. What is it? Where is just a minute? Okay, so that's where I really see you this one, all right, which was again mixing up with some other key areas. So that's a different factor. We're just talking about this part for now. All right, so let me go back. So that's how it is. That's how it worked out. And I saw the first sign of reversal coming in here. Then I started seeing my rest of the things where I need to keep my focus for an exact entry, for my stop loss, and for the right key level to get into the trade again. If you see today, I mean, price came back down again, and it really rejected from the same level of support. So this is a very important thing to follow the right key level, the key level zone, basically. If it's there, the zone, it can make a lot of money for you if you're following it right. All right, and one more thing in terms of the price action is, if you see, somehow these layers and these layers was in play in here as well. Yeah, was in here as well, right? So there was some messages it's giving us. That is right. Generally, the change of trend level. We follow one more thing. The price action is that the change of trend level. So the change of trend level is that when something is moving, falling like this, till the time the structure is not getting changed. This is just a basic idea of the change of trend level. There are many more things to it, but the basic idea, let me share with you, that is lower high is forming, and till the time the last lower high is not broken. But again, when you need to see a lot of things, it's because sometimes it can be a minor swing, sometimes it can be a major swing. So there are some criteria to identify this one, but in a basic sense, till the time this is not been broken, then we can say, okay, this is not really the downtrend is not really over yet, and we should be looking for short signals here. So based on that, if you see this one, this trend, what is the change of trend level? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where it stopped? 5, right? So when we have been reading the intraday price action thing, then when we have seen that price really stopped over here and reacted from here, somewhere it was a bit tricky to trade for us. That okay, so is it like this downtrend is getting control over this overall uptrend? No, because in that sense, it will be a bit more of a flat market momentum. It will be converting into a flattish market momentum in that sense. And because of this thing, you see this breakout worked out so well, because it was really a genuine breakout above this layer, above this layer. All right. And then this was a major swing, isn't it? It goes up, a major swing goes up. So what you get again? You get again a breakout. And then why not look for something to buy over there? Whatever buying strategy you guys have, why not following those strategies on the support layer here as well? And you see the momentum from there. Yeah. So right now, what's going on? Right now, we are making again lower high. So we are already out of this trade basically. So we have been waiting for some more lower levels to get into the trade back again. So let's see how it works out. So that's it from my side in the Nifty today. I think it's a long session today, but I found it really valuable to share these lessons with you guys. Hopefully this will help you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, I'm also starting online live session from 20th of May. So more 5 days are left. So if you wish, you can just join in the live sessions. Generally, I don't conduct any kind of live courses. Last year I conducted one. So again, I'm doing it after a year. So it will be a 1.5 month of course with it will be around 6 weeks of training program there. So we'll be doing some live market trades, some live market sessions, and all those things. So the details will be given in the description. So in case you're interested, then join back in. Thank you.